I'm Mike Incorvaia with the Incorvaia team at Keller Williams Elevate here in Strongsville, and I wanted to stop by today to one of my favorite local businesses, which is a wine, beer, and cigar shop, Royal Park Fine Wine, which is located here at the corner of Drake and Pearl in Strongsville. George Zabora is the owner. He's an awesome guy, super knowledgeable about wines. I want to show you the store, and I want to talk to George about some of his recommendations of the best wines. Come on in, let's take a look. I wanted to come in here and talk about some of my favorite wines. My wife and I, being Italian, coming from Italian families, wine's a big staple in our household. And you know, when you sometimes go to a big box store, you'll be standing in the wine section like, I don't know what to buy. So the first time I came in here, George and I have been friends for years, the guy knows everything about wine. He knows every grape, every type of varietal, everything. And these are three of my favorites that he introduced me to. And I'm going to let him kind of tell about each one of them. But in our household, these three are always on the shelf.
You know, it's funny you say that, Mike. The biggest compliment I get is when somebody comes in and buys some wine, and we always help them carry it out. And I'm taking like a box of wine out for a customer, and they have grocery bags in the back. And that's the biggest compliment I get, because they were already at the grocery stores, at the big box stores, but yet they choose to come here. And to me, that's huge. And I want to say thank you, Mike, for being here today and choosing us.
Oh, no problem.
You know we love you. We have three of Mike's favorite wines. We're going to call these Mike's Picks. This is Palermo, from the maker of the Prisoner wine. They actually had to get okay from the Vatican to use this label. It's 100% Cabernet because it looks like a cardinal. And it's a big seller. Mike loves it. It's luscious, delicious, unbelievable red wine. This is another one of his favorites.
That's my number one favorite.
I'm going to tell you what, a ribeye off the grill with this is not good. It's a symphony. Deep, rich, intense red wine. And the 8 years in the desert. After he sold off the Prisoner Wine Company for 8 years, he couldn't make any blends, any wines. That was the agreement. But the 8 years are up, so 8 years in the desert, we're out of the desert. Subtle, mouth covering, dark plum, black cherry, elegant red wine.
This one's so good that when people come over our house and have dinner or have company over and they have this, where did you get that? And I said, go see George. And they've come in and said, I want the wine Mike bought.
Yeah, a million of them.
A million of them. And he's like, you know, can't keep it on the shelf. The one time we came in and they were out. They had to order a whole case of it because everybody was coming in to pick them up because
Mike's
it's
wine.
so good. Yeah. And he's got other varietals too that George carries, which are at different price points that are really awesome too.
We have every price point to please everybody, from $7.99 to $2,000 a bottle, and everything in between, and everything is priced state minimum price, which means you can't go anywhere and see it a nickel less. You can also call up and we can deliver. We've delivered all over Broadview Heights, North Royalton, Strongsville, Brunswick, Columbia Station, all the surrounding communities. We will deliver to you. We'll leave it right on the front porch, and we're gone, practicing safety. We can also do curbside, or if you want to come in. But we do offer those services, and it's helped a lot.
We're in the humidor here, and oh my God, look at all these cigars. They got the top quality selection in this humidor here at Royal Park. George, what's some of your favorites in here? Why don't you tell everybody which ones your preferences are?
You know what? They're all my favorites. You want the truth?
Yeah.
We have all the big names, the Ashtons, the Fuentes, the Monte Cristo, the Romeo and Julieta. But my personal favorite is our own line. We have our own line of cigars. It's the Royal Park Blend. It's a small factory in Nicaragua. There's a woman and her daughter, and every time she rolls 100, she just ships them right up to us. It's actually right here. It's a 60 ring gauge, 6.5-inch cigar, Connecticut shade, very mild, creamy. Nothing you taste for 3-4 days later, like when you have a cigar, sometimes your mouth dries out. It's very mild. I highly recommend these. These are $7 a piece, and she can't make enough. I love selling these because these bring people back.
So George, when did you open the store? How long have you guys been in business, and how did you get into this?
You know what? 17 years ago, in November 2004, is when we opened. And the community, I can't say enough about it.
Awesome.
They've responded to the store big time. We have a great following. I love our neighbors. See, the difference with us also is when we say we care about the community, we actually mean it, because not only do I work in this community, I live in this community. So yeah, I do care. So 17 years we've been here, and it's been a lot of fun.
And how many events have you had here? I've been here before in wine tastings and cigar showcases. What else have you guys done?
We've done cigar shows, but our big thing is our Friday night wine tastings from 6 to 8 o'clock. We've done them for 17 years. You come in, you taste 6 to 8 different wines. We set up a little hors d'oeuvre table. It's a good chance for me to get to know my clientele on a personal basis, on a first name basis. Your wine guy should be like your dentist or your barber, because wine, let's face it, it's intimidating. You come in, you see all these labels. I mean, you go to the supermarket or the big box stores, you see 50 million bottles, but it's intimidating. Because one, there's nobody to ask, and you're uncomfortable asking because you don't want to sound like you don't know. You should be comfortable with your wine guy, and I always tell people there is no bad wine question.
But you're a certified sommelier.
I'm a certified sommelier, and I've heard all the questions, so fire away.
That's awesome, and that's just the difference.
And they become comfortable, you know,
right.
And then they ask more, and I like that. I love the questions.
And you guys also sell beer as well, too.
Absolutely, we're the leaders in craft beer. We have everything under the sun.
All the locals.
Love the locals. Always support the locals. It's so important. Every bottle counts.
And that's exactly why we're here today. Well, I appreciate you letting us come in and show the whole community. I'm sure a bunch of people in Strongsville have been here, but now everybody can really see, if they haven't been in the store, everything in here with the humidor and the wine and everything else. But I can't say thank you enough. I appreciate it.
Michael, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for thinking of us.
Of course.
Mike, you are the #1 realtor, and you are, how shall I put this, the Mercedes-Benz of realty.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for thinking of us.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it.